Good morning, everybody. I wanted to make this video for a couple reasons. First of all, it seems like Cebu is doing better this morning. Want to explain a little bit about what happened last night. So I had driven down to Colorado Springs because I was under the impression that I was going to be able to get an ultrasound for Cebu, because we just couldn't get to the bottom of what was going on with her pain. And I also think after I looked back on it last night, I started thinking about it. And I think that I've been so worried about her. I think after losing Chili Dog and after we lost Pea Pie, the back, and then this all with Cebu, and it was just a lot. And I so wanted to help her. So this makes me so happy.
She's feeling better.
Anyway, so what had happened was I got down there at about 4:30 and was waiting in the car, and a nice gentleman came out and took all of her vitals, and then it took about another hour and a half for them to come and bring her in. I guess they had a couple of critical cases ahead of me, which I get. It's an emergency center place. So long story short, by the time they had taken her in and done the exam, they were, they felt the same way. They were like, well, her temperature's normal, her blood work looks good, palpations seem fine. Maybe give it another couple days for her meds to kick in, and because the next thing that we could do for her would be an ultrasound. And I said, well, actually, that's what I came down here for. I was under the impression, I was told that I was going to be able to get an ultrasound. And she said, unfortunately, their ultrasound person is only there during the day, not at night. But you're welcome to come in tomorrow, which would be today. And I was just like, I can't believe this. Third time. And I said, well, actually, that's what I had come in for. I was here at 4:30. And again, she said, well, unfortunately, we had some critical cases ahead of you. And, it's just one of those things where I was so frustrated, and I was tired, and mostly worried. And brought her home last night, and at about 10 o'clock, we hear this yelp, yelp, and Cebu is pooping finally again, but this time like big poops, like nice size poops. And it was like she was trying to run away from the pain, so she was pooping as she was going. And I thought, well, that's good. And this morning took Danny to the vet at Animal Care Center to get neutered. So I didn't know how Cebu was, because I literally sprang out of bed and just hopped in the car and left. Came home, gave Cebu her meds, and I gotta tell you, she was a different dog. I came around, she was sitting in the gazebo right over there, and she was wagging her tail, and then I sat here on the couch, and she jumped up on the couch, and she started licking me, and this is a new girl. So I believe with all of my heart that my prayers last night, I laid in bed and I prayed so hard, and all of your prayers, and I know how many of you have been rooting for Cebu, and how many of you have sent healing energy and thoughts and lots of prayers. And I can't thank you enough, because at least as of right now, she looks like a different girl and she feels like a different girl. So we'll see. We're going to take her for a little walk and see what happens. And hopefully we can get her to go pee-pee. And, but for now, I'm going to take this, because this is the most comfortable that she has been, and the most interactive that she has been since Monday. So thank you guys very much for hanging in with us and for always being there for us. And Cebu thanks you, and all of our dogs thank you. Right, Cebu?